Hi, my name is Nikki Sattler, and I am the Director of Technology for the Dayton Early College Academy and DECA Prep, and I am here to share with you today information on our one-to-one Chromebook program. We found that this was a very successful pilot program for us last year, and so we are continuing it with all students for grade levels 1 through 12. Students at DECA Prep in grades 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be able to use the Chromebooks in their classroom. Students in 6th grade will be able to take them home and use them at home, as well as our 7th through 12th grade students here at DECA. So what is a Chromebook? A Chromebook is a personal computer running Chrome OS as its operating system. There's a picture of our Chromebooks that we use at DECA on the slide here. What's nice is it automatically updates when it's turned on. So once I give your student their Chromebook, more than likely I will never have to touch it again. It automatically updates to the latest version of the operating system when it connects to the internet. Plus I can push out any applications from a central management console here in my office. So it is designed to be used while connected to the internet. However, it does not have to be. It is fully functional when it is connected to the internet, and we'll talk about that a little more later. Again, it automatically updates when connected, and because it's built with the Linux programming language, it has very little risk of viruses. Linux is one of those languages that does not get viruses, which is important for our students with all the garbage that's out there. So why did we purchase Chromebooks? Well, the Chromebooks were the best value for the money. The Chromebooks range in price from $270 to $300 depending on which Chromebook your student is using at our schools. So the cost is much lower than the traditional laptops that we were using. Plus there's no licensing fee. We don't have to buy licenses of Office or licenses of Windows. It's all included with the purchase of the Chromebook. It integrates well with Google Apps for Education as well. We've been using Google Apps here at Dayton Early College Academy for about 5 years. And we've been using them for 3 years now at DECA Prep. And it's really great because the Chromebook is built around the Google Apps platform. The integration is seamless. There's no problems accessing anything. Everything ties in really well. So it's something our students are used to using, and we're trying to pull away more from using the Microsoft Office program as more and more colleges are going to the Google Apps program as well. The biggest feature of the Chromebook is all work is saved automatically and can be accessed from anywhere with the internet connection. Previously, we had seen students work on a document in Google Docs because they did not have a computer at home and they were using their smartphones or tablets to access this. And that just hurt to think about using your phone and the strain that puts on your eyes. So that was one of the deciding factors of purchasing the Chromebooks. As the students work on the applications, the information is saved about every 3 seconds in the Google Apps Suite, which is great. So there's no more lost documents or anything like that. Students can add pictures, change formatting, things like that. So it's very similar to Word, but it's just very nice that it's saved automatically. We've had problems in the past where a computer's crashed and the students have lost their Word document they were working on, or they had something on a flash drive, and those become corrupt very easily. And I don't know how many students I've had in tears because we couldn't get the information off that flash drive. So everything is saved in the cloud and can be accessed from anywhere with the internet connection. Now, for those families that do not have internet, they can also work in what's called offline mode. Offline mode allows our students to basically download all their documents onto their Chromebook physically. They can then continue to work on those documents at home, at grandparents' house, anywhere. And then when they get back to school or somewhere with the valid internet connection, it will automatically sync back up with the cloud. So that's a great feature as well. So what is this Google Apps for Education that I keep talking about? It's a free suite of productivity and collaboration tools very similar to Office. You have Gmail, which is our email program, Documents or Docs, which is very similar to Word. Google Sheets or Spreadsheets is similar to Excel. Google Presentations, or Google Slides as it's called now, is very similar to PowerPoint. Matter of fact, this presentation you're watching was created in Google Presentations. And then they also have a drawings program and then a forms program, which works with spreadsheets. Also, we have many different apps that are installed on the computer, and they're not really installed, they're more extensions that are used within the Chrome browser, because there's not really an app to install, but they are added tools to continue working and be creative with the use of the Chromebooks. Some of these apps are Prezi, Pixton Comic Book Maker, Powtoons Cartoon Creator, Khan Academy, and many, many more, and more are added as teachers request them. New this year is Google Classroom, and Google Classroom will help to allow our teachers to take their classes online. Teachers will be able to create classes and share announcements and share assignments with our students via one central location. Teachers will take that assignment and share it with each student individually with the click of just a couple buttons, as opposed to sharing with each student individually. And when you have 5 classes of 30 students, that can be a lot. This is all done automatically. Students can then edit that document, complete the homework assignment, and turn it in, and the teacher has it right there. There's a record of when it was turned in to the teacher, so there'll be no more questions about lost homework or they didn't get that email. So it's a great tool for both teachers and students. So we're very excited about it. It should be coming online for our staff in August. I've been testing it all summer, and I'm very encouraged by what I see Google is doing with this feature. So how will the Chromebooks be used in the classroom? Teachers will be participating in a variety of activities with the Chromebooks. Miss Jordan, our 8th grade social studies teacher, has been a champion of doing the flipped classroom. What a flipped classroom is, is Miss Jordan would record her lecture actually on a video along with her PowerPoint notes and post them on her website for her students to review in the evening. She usually gives them a couple days in case a student doesn't have internet at home. They can come in and do it before or after school as well. But that way the content is delivered outside of the classroom, where students can review it as many times as possible, as needed, or as possible. And then once a student comes to the classroom, then they are able to do discussions and further extensions of learning in the classroom to help strengthen that knowledge and that information that was taught. This is also called blended learning. We will also be able to do some project-based learning activities as well. And this is collaboration not only with other students in our schools, but also other students around the world. Google Hangouts, which is another part of the Google App Suite, allows teachers to connect with classrooms all over the world and participate in book clubs, science experiments, class discussions, anything that they can think of, they can do. And again, this doesn't have to be with just our students in the school. This can be anywhere in the world. So this is a really exciting opportunity for our students to expand their knowledge of the world outside of our Dayton community. Teachers will also be giving formative assessments on the Chromebooks. We use an application called Flubaroo, which will grade the test or quiz for the teacher and then give immediate feedback to the students. So this way students will get feedback much faster than a paper and pencil test. They'll be able to see what the correct answer was, and then they will know their grade. That's usually a very anxious time for students once they complete a test, is they want to know what they got for their grade. So this will work for this as well. We're also going to more paperless classrooms, again as part of the Google Classroom app. There will be more distribution and turning in of homework online, so that will save a lot in paper costs, so we're excited about that. Also, this is a skill that more and more colleges are doing as well, so as we try to prepare our students for college and beyond, we're starting them out at a younger age so that this technology is familiar to them. This year we are also getting e-textbooks for many of our classes. Our 7th, 8th, and 10th grade social studies classes will have their textbook and workbook entirely online through the History Alive program. What's nice about these electronic textbooks is that embedded within the online textbook are links to videos, talking about the content that's being discussed in class. There may be maps or interactive features to go with that. If there's a word that's not clear to the student, it will read it to them or even give them a definition of it. So and the even best part is that this is constantly updated. We won't have to buy new textbooks every year. As the e-texts are updated, it is automatically sent down to the students. So they will always have the latest and greatest version. Excuse me. Also, our ninth grade English class has purchased the book Night, that in an electronic format that they will be reading for a paper later on this school year. And then at the end of the year, we can get the electronic copy back, and there'll be no more books that are missing or lost or torn up. So we're really excited about that. We're hoping it'll help keep our costs down as a school, and also keep the information in our students' hands in a way that they're more comfortable with. Content filtering. At DECA, we have a internet web filter in our school. All of our students are covered under it. It helps to protect them from inappropriate websites. We have also purchased a web filter that works anywhere outside of school. So if a student tries to access an inappropriate website, I will be able to see the student, the date and time that this action occurred, and what the website was that they were trying to access. We will let the parents know if this becomes a problem. Last year our policy was the first time an inappropriate site was attempted to be visited or inappropriate material looked up on the internet, the student was called in to visit with one of the members of the administration team, and a phone call was made to the parents. On the second offense, a student was called into the office again. There was further consequences, plus a phone call to a parent. Further consequences may have been a demerit or a detention. And if it happens a third time, which rarely does, but occasionally it does, the student could lose the Chromebook for the remainder of the quarter, semester, or year, depending on the severity of it. This will all be done on an individual case-by-case basis, but we hope we won't have to do that. Also, students are expected to sign out and turn off their Chromebooks at night. A lot of excuses we got last year was my father or my brother or my cousin did that, and he went to that website, not me. So if they turn it off and sign out, then that should eliminate that problem from happening. So again, we will keep in communication with our families regarding this. So what are our student expectations regarding the Chromebooks? Students are to be responsible for the general care of the Chromebook. Remember, this is a device owned by the school, not the student, and it needs to be returned to the school at the end of the school year. So we would expect them to be returned in the same condition that they received them. Students are to bring their Chromebook to school charged every day. With 500 Chromebooks in the building, we don't have area to charge them all during the day. So if they charge them at night and they turn them off before they come in, they will be charged when they get to school, and they will be able to work on them at school all day. The Chromebook is to remain in its case at all times. We surveyed and explored several different cases before purchasing the ones that we did. They are well padded and offer a lot of protection for our Chromebooks, so we ask that the students keep them in their case at all times to protect the Chromebooks. The Chromebook is for educational purposes only. That means only photos that are for an educational purpose should be saved to the device. I know it's fun to take pictures with the webcam or find pictures online and download them, but if it's not for an educational purpose, we could collect the Chromebook and delete those, which we really don't want to do. We're hoping the students will be responsible with them. Also, no music or inappropriate media should be stored on the Chromebook as well. If it's brought to our attention by a teacher that this is on their Chromebook, we will take the Chromebook and erase everything on it. Students are also expected not to eat or drink when using the Chromebook. That means it should not be placed near them or on it. This also includes gum. Gum can create a sticky situation that we don't want to get involved in, especially with the Chromebook keyboards. Cords, cables, and any devices must be inserted carefully into the Chromebook. Last year we had some issues with students not using care when inserting the charger into the Chromebooks, and sometimes the chargers were bent. Our insurance will not cover misuse. So students are expected to insert that USB charger carefully, as the items may not be replaced by insurance. Heavy objects should never be placed on top of the Chromebook. You shouldn't put your book bag on top of your Chromebook case, or heavy books or anything like that, for fear of breaking the screen. Also, the Chromebook should never be carried by the screen. This is a little more difficult to do while it's in its case, but I know in the past we had seen students carry laptops that way, so that's why we're asking that they not be carried by the screen. It can damage the video cable and cause the screen not to work then. If the Chromebook is broken or fails to work properly, students should bring that Chromebook to me immediately when they get to school here in the tech lab. I can take a look at it, see if it can be fixed. If the charger is damaged or shorting out, I can replace it normally right away. And if the screen is broken, I can submit an insurance claim. If it's brought to me right away and I'm not able to fix something quickly, I can give them a loaner Chromebook that they may continue to use until I get their Chromebook fixed. So we do have extras available for them. We ask that Chromebooks never be stored in a vehicle. I know in the past we've actually had a couple issues where teachers' laptops were stolen out of their cars because they were left in a vehicle, and so I'm afraid if a teacher's laptop can be stolen, then a student's Chromebook can be stolen as well. So please take it into your house in the evening when you get home. Please only clean the screen of the Chromebook with a soft and dry microfiber or anti-static cloth. If you have the high gloss screen cleaner, you may spray that directly on that microfiber cloth and then clean the screen. Just please never spray the screen directly. With the temperature change, it could cause the screen to crack or damage it in other purposes. Students are responsible for securely storing their Chromebooks during extracurricular events. A story of something that happened last year. A student was at the Y downtown for basketball practice after school and put their Chromebook in a locker but failed to lock the locker. When the student came back from basketball practice, their Chromebook was missing. So the insurance company did replace it, but it took a lot of work on the police report, getting all the information and such. However, if you have a lock on it, it just gives that extra added sense of security and protection for not only the Chromebook but for the family as well. Students must use the case provided by DECA or DECA Prep. Personally owned cases are not permitted. And also we ask that students do not decorate the device or the case with stickers, tape, skins, anything like that. You may decorate the handle of the Chromebook case with ribbons or yarn or something to make it easily distinguishable as your own. There is also a clear plastic slot on the front of the Chromebook case where we have provided a card for you to decorate and put your name on to also make it easier to find your Chromebook. Your Chromebook and your Chromebook charger both have the ID number on it. So the case, the charger, and the Chromebook itself all have the ID number. So I know we had some problems last year with the chargers being borrowed or stolen. This will make it much easier to identify who has whose charger. One other comment about the securely storing the Chromebook during extracurricular events. This also includes after school. You can't just leave the Chromebook in the cafeteria or up by Miss McNichols' desk and expect her to watch that for you. It's not her device, it is yours, and you are responsible for it. So just keep that in mind. Insurance. In order to participate in the one-to-one program where you take the Chromebook home, and this is for our 6th through 12th graders, parents are required to purchase insurance to minimize losses. Our insurance company is Worth Avenue Group, and last year they did an outstanding job for us. They replaced chargers as they were stolen and police reports were filed. They replaced screens that were broken from being stepped on, Chromebooks if they were damaged. They did an outstanding job for us, so we are continuing our relationship again with them this year. The insurance covers accidental damage, so if it accidentally gets stepped on by a sleepy child at night because it was left on the floor, that's covered. If it's damaged or lost in fire, a flood, natural disasters, and power surges. It covers theft claims once a police report has been filed and DECA or DECA Prep receives a copy of the report. It is the family's responsibility to file the police report with either the local police agency if it was stolen off of DECA property, or if it was stolen from DECA, you would need to file it with the University of Dayton Public Safety Office downstairs. Parents are also responsible for providing a copy of that report to myself, the Director of Technology. I am not able to call DPS or Dayton Police Department to get that report, and I am not able to go downstairs and get them because you're the person that filed them. So you will need to bring a copy of that up to my office, or if you're at DECA Prep, give it to Mr. Madison, who is our tech lab assistant there. And we will take care of filing the claim from that point on. The insurance company will not replace it without a claim. It does not cover loss of a Chromebook or its accessories. So if you've lost your Chromebook, you left it somewhere and you don't know where, you will be financially responsible for replacing it. So just to kind of let you know on that. It does not cover cosmetic damage or damages caused by intentional use or misuse and or abuse. And then the case is also not included in the insurance program, so that will need to be replaced if the Chromebook is stolen. The annual cost for this insurance with a zero deductible is $31. So that is a huge bargain for our families to protect themselves against loss, theft, or damage. So parents, like I said, are responsible for bringing a copy of the police report, for actually filing it and bringing a copy to the school. Most police agencies will not release the report directly to us. It needs to be to the person who filed it. Again, if it's stolen on school property, I have UD Public Safety's phone number on there for you, or you can go downstairs and file a report. If it is stolen off school property, please contact the Dayton Police Department. Once the police report has been turned in, I will happily file that claim for you and get your student a loaner Chromebook to use until that Chromebook has been replaced. Not a problem. We try to make this as easy as possible, but we really have to have your help and cooperation in getting a copy of that police report to us. Claims should be submitted within 14 days of the loss or theft. I had a student this year that said that their charger was stolen sometime back in April and didn't tell me about it until mid-June. Well, first of all, that was past the date to file a police report or claim, and second of all, that was way past the deadline date to that 14-day period. So after that date of June 12th, which is the last day that we can accept a police report or claim, the parents will be responsible for replacing the cost of the Chromebook and the different components with it. So please, 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 if something happens, file that police report, get a copy to me within 14 days, and then I can file it with the insurance company. I'm happy to do that for you. It's very simple for me to do, and I can also, keep you informed of where we are at in the process if you'd like. Some of the replacement costs, again, it's about $300 for the Chromebook here at DECA. It's about $270 for the one at DECA Prep. The screen to replace is $90. The keyboard and touchpad is around $52. The power cord is $22, and the case is $50. So, as you can see, that insurance is a great deal. A great deal for an insurance policy with a $0 deductible. So that's the reason why we have you do that. Important, if a student fails to return the Chromebook charger, the Chromebook case, and any other devices provided to them at the end of the school year, or if they leave DECA or DECA Prep, the families will be charged for the replacement cost of the item or items, and transcripts or records may be held until the account is settled. We have a list of students not receiving their schedules this year, and will not get a Chromebook until the replacement cost of the either charger or strap that was lost from their Chromebook is reimbursed. The strap that wasn't on that previous list is $8 in case it is stolen or lost. These are some questions that came up. How was my child selected? Actually, all of our students are going to be receiving Chromebooks this year. We did a pilot last year with our 6th, 7th, and 8th grade and 9th grade students. Again, this year everybody will receive a Chromebook if they participate in the insurance program, so we're very excited about that. If you do not have internet at home, I have a list of low-cost internet providers I'd be happy to share with you. Also, the students are able to work offline, so they still can continue to work on their assignments. They just may not be able to watch the videos at home. They can go to anywhere with a free internet connection, such as the library, McDonald's, Panera, Starbucks, a friend's house, a grandparent's house to use their internet. Or again, I can also help provide information on low-cost internet. If the Chromebook is damaged, bring it in right away. I will get that repaired for you, not a problem. Will the children be able to reach their teachers? Yes. Students will be able to email their teachers from their Chromebook. The students in 1st through 4th grade can only email their teachers or other students. They cannot email outside of DECA Prep. Same holds true for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. They can also email their teachers and other students, just nobody outside of DECA Prep. The 9th through 12th graders have open access, so they can email and receive email from anybody, both inside and outside of DECA. So yes, they will be able to reach their teachers. The Chromebooks do come home on the weekends if you're in grades 6 through 12. So they will be able to get their homework done then. If you don't pay the insurance premium, we cannot allow you to take a Chromebook home. You will have to come every day to check one out of the tech lab if I'm available to check them out. I do not have a student aide this year, so students will need to come down before the bell rings to get that Chromebook. And they will need their ID to get that. If they don't have their ID, I can't give them a Chromebook. Students can download things. You can't necessarily download programs like you could or games like you could on a typical computer, but they can download pictures that they can use for their papers and such. We will not be offering a formal typing class this year. However, we will have some typing classes available online that the students can do on their own to improve their typing skills. We talked about student homework being turned in electronically and assignments given electronically. Teachers are also creating class calendars so that parents and students can see what assignments are due when. So that's how homework will change with the use of these. The protections in place for the students are the insurance policy, the case, and things like that. So we're making sure that the equipment and the students are covered. Extra credit being considered, that is a teacher question for each individual teacher. I do not have an answer for you on that. We are moving to electronic textbooks on the Chromebook, starting with social studies. So once we see how well that goes this year, we may add more in the future. And then if you have a technical issue, please, please, please come see me in the tech lab or go see Mr. Madison in the computer lab at DECA Prep. We will be happy to take a look at your Chromebook, see what's wrong with it, and then if we can't fix it right away, we will swap it out for a new one for you or for a loaner. If you would like for your child to participate in this program in grades 6 through 12, please complete the agreement form and the insurance form in the back of your packet. Please write a check or bring cash or a money order payable to DECA for $31 for this year's insurance, and all forms must be in no later than August 20th to participate. I cannot accept any forms after August 20th. That is the deadline provided by the insurance company, and after that your student will have to come check out a Chromebook on a daily basis and not be able to take it home after that point. So please remember, check, money order, or cash for $31, and all forms must be turned in by August 20th in order to participate. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call. Thanks for coming. I hope this answers a lot of your questions about our Chromebook program. If you need to talk to me, I'm here in the building. You can also reach me at my cell phone, which is 937-414-0876, or you can email me at the email address at the beginning of the slideshow. Thanks so much for coming, and have a great day.